Hey gays and gals, I'm Chris, aka ChristopherJMUA, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out, swatching, and getting our first impressions of the CXC Beauty Midwinter's Night palette. So if you'd like to experience this palette in all of its glory and see those swatches and what look I can create, then stay exactly where you are because we're getting into it right now. I got my palette from cxcbeauty.com for $52. I love how the unit carton has what looks like the Aurora Borealis above a forest. Definitely represents Midwinter's Night, for sure. Some little snowflakes falling. It's actually a really beautiful picture. Then on the back it has the same picture along with the ingredients listed at the bottom. And if we slide the palette out of its unit carton, we are greeted by the same print on the palette itself as well as the back. Literal duplication of the unit carton. Now let's see what the palette looks like on the inside. I have not seen it yet in person, so this will be the first time. And bam! Oh, greens and blues and purples and some neutrally mauves. Definitely fits this theme for sure. This and this look almost identical. Now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so that we can do the swatches. The first shade is the shade Starry Night. Borealis, Ice Queen, Cold Moon, Polar, Polar Vortex, Noble Pine, Frozen, Nippy, Aurora, Bone Chilling, Winter Solstice, Frostbite, Winterberry, and finally, Blustery. As always, I'll leave some photos of the swatches, one with flash here, and one without flash here. And of course, I can't forget our video close-up so you can see all the swatches in detail. Swatches were incredibly mind-blowing, especially this Aurora shade, and being the duochrome that it is, the flip is wonderful. The metallics feel so smooth and creamy, the mattes feel super soft and buildable, which I'm really excited about, so let's go ahead and jump into a look. As you can see, I've already primed my eyes. I used my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in the shade Medium. Don't forget, you can use code ChristopherJMUA to save on any Gerard Cosmetics purchase you'd like. There's also a link down in the description box below with all of my affiliate links, so if there's any products you're interested in that I've reviewed or tested out here and you want to try them that way, thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. I'd also like to point out that this mirror in here is massive. This is a giant mirror. I can see my entire face in it, and it's not one of those cheap bendy mirrors. It's like a good mirror, which I would hope so for $52. And luckily, it is. Now I am drawing so much inspiration from the image that's on this unit carton, and luckily, it's got all the same shades in the palette. So I think I'm gonna kind of roll with this whole greeny purple sort of vibe and see if I can't make something that has both of those tones in it, but where they're not competing for the look. You know what I mean? If you don't yet, you will by the end of it. I'm gonna begin by using the Morphe Chevy Star JS5 blending brush and going in with the shade Bone Chilling. By the way, the shade names are printed on the little protector thing that you keep in the palette. I personally really like my shade names printed on the palette, but that's just a little preference thing. You know, that's just me. I always do keep these anyway, just to keep the palettes in the pans in case something happens. You never know. I'm actually gonna start with the shade Nippy instead. Not Bone Chilling. I thought Bone Chilling, but I think Bone Chilling is gonna be my inner corner pop of color. So we'll work with Nippy a little bit differently. I'm just gonna go ahead and start filling the crease with this shade. I'm gonna keep it contained to the outer half of the crease though, not the inner half. That way I can go with that lighter color in there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, obviously I have a new backdrop, or background, I guess. I just put some stuff back there that I thought would look cute, but I was getting really bored with the white background with just the lights on it. I don't know. It was just getting to a point I felt like I needed a change. So what do you guys think of this change? Is it too dark? Is it making me look too dark? Or do you like it? I especially like all the rainbow lights flashing all the different colors. This is about the perfect blue-based mauve. It's got that slight cool tone to it, but as it blends out, you can kind of see the red tones that come through. So you can warm it up or cool it down. I love shades like this. They're so versatile. Well, that shade went on literally perfectly. It built up really, really fast. It's really, really pigmented. It blended out super softly and gave me this nice smoky looking blend. So far, so good with the first matte shade, which the only CXC palette that I've used before, I did review as well. I'll leave it linked up here. I don't remember which one it was though, but I'll leave it linked up here. Anyway, that one performed really well as well, and the one I was gifted for my birthday from Cora Lynette. Thanks, Cora, by the way. That one also performed really, really well. So this is my third experience with CXC Beauty, and I can say they definitely have consistency down pat. So now, using this Morphe X Coca-Cola brush, I'm gonna go into Bone Chilling, and that's gonna be the inner corner color. This is just such a cool shade. When I put it on my wrist for the swatches, I couldn't even see it because it was so close to my skin tone, and I could really only tell that it was there because it made my skin tone much cooler, like a greyish peach. And I'm hoping that that's what I get out of it on the eye as well. Yeah, that is definitely what I'm getting. It's giving me a little bit more smokiness there. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and just pull it up and around all the way and blend it up into my brow bone. Okay, seriously, if you've got light to light medium skin, this is the perfect transition shade for any kind of tones. You can even just set your eyeshadow base with this eyeshadow, and that could be a look in itself. Just having like a fresh, completed, cool toned matte all over the eye. Oh, I just love that. Now just gonna use the first brush and kind of blend the edges a little bit better. Now that I've gotten all of the mauviness blended out and we have this nice cool purple all over the crease, I'm now gonna add the green. So using this LaRousse LR007 tapered blending brush, I'm now gonna go into the shade Noble Pine. So the really dark green. And I'm just gonna start building that up in the outer portion of the crease, and hopefully it should start blending with that dark purple shade and turn into sort of like it'll be a brown, but like hopefully a green brown is what I'm going for rather than like a mauve brown. But we'll see what it turns into. They might not even mix. I don't really know yet. Well, it looks like that green is very, very pigmented because the green kind of took over everything and just made the crease look like it's a soft green. Needless to say, I'm gonna try to take the previous shade again and the same brush again and just go right on top of that and not only diffuse the edges a little bit better, but also see if I can maybe make it not as green, sort of mix in a little bit better. If I start blending too much, I'll start covering up that light mauve shade, so I want to be really careful of that. Try to avoid it. I mean, honestly, now that the green is built up and it looks green, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, not one bit. Wow. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have come out looking as good as it does. Just the shade that turns into with the purple and green together is super unique. Mattes are now applied and you guys know what time it is. It's shimmer time. So naturally, I've got to use the duochrome. I just have to. So I'm gonna use this flat little Wet n Wild brush. It doesn't have the name on it anymore. It's probably like a precision concealer brush or something maybe, or a large shader, I don't know. And now I'm gonna go into the shade Aurora. Oh, this is giving me Pat McGrath vibes already. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna cut my crease. And for that, I'm gonna use the J Sky number 7 brush. It is the perfect cut crease brush if you wanna get very concise detail, but kinda small if you're doing a full cut crease. So naturally, I'm just doing a half today. Moment of truth, let's see how well she sticks. I mean, come on, if that's not perfection, I don't know what is. This shade looks like something they would use in a movie with magic to show the magic. Bippity boppity duochrome flip. I'm sad you can't see the flip though. It seems like only the purple is the shade that's showing, but it has like a solid green flip to it. I know you can see it with the swatches, but you can also see it when it's tilted all the way to the side. You can kind of see it change. Yeah, there you go. It's almost like this sort of green, but a shimmer version of it. I just wish you could see it on the eye. It's so cool. Now with the shimmer applied to both eyes, I'm sort of noticing a little bit of disconnect on the outer edge because the green blending in with the purple turned it into sort of this really smoky bluish tone. So what I'm gonna do is take the same brush that I used in the green shade and grab a little bit of the Winter Berry shade, just tap a couple of times into there and go ahead and add that right on top of the green and the dark purple on this outer edge. Then what I'm gonna do is once I get that purple blended in and it kind of just melts in with everything else, I'm gonna pull the purple down on top of this purple so they just kind of melt in together a little bit better. And luckily, yet again, there is a ton of pigment in this purple, so it should carry through very easily. And there we go. Just like that. I'm much happier with it. It just looks less disconnected, you know what I mean? Now this Cold Moon shade has been calling my name ever since I opened the palette. So I'm gonna use this Morphe X Madison Beer brush and use that as my brow bone highlight, I think. It looks like it's gonna make a beautiful brow bone highlight, especially with this look because it's so mauve-y and cool. Well, in the crease anyway. On the lid it's just purple and green. Yes! Ah! Yes, yes, yes! Oh, just look at how beautiful it is! It's like a champagne lavender. I don't even know how to describe it. Or just a very cool toned, sort of icy lavender. Ooh, that is so sexy! This look to me definitely represents this so far. Minus the green. The green didn't really come out too much, but there's some kind of greenish, greeny sort of tones coming through right here. So it shows a little bit, but I'm ready to see this look finished all the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, do all my face makeup, get all that done and completed. Throw on some lashes, maybe some liner in the waterline. We'll come back, finish off the lower lash line and the inner corner highlight. I'm gonna use that shade again. I just know it. And then I'll be able to give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. So I will be right back. Okay, ladies and gents, and everything in between, here we are with the finished look. So what do you guys think? I think that the look is so beautiful. I think this palette was so much fun to play with because the color story is so unique. It's so different from anything that I've seen on the market lately. I love that it has the greens, the blues, and the purples all together because it literally represents this picture. And this picture is beautiful. So why would you not want to create an eye look that has all of these colors in it? Or even just one or two of these colors in it? Obviously, I think the quality is fantastic, just like the previous EXC palettes I've used. But even if I just base it on this review, the palette worked beautifully. The mattes were pigmented, they blended out perfectly. The shimmers were intense and very metallic, like chef's kiss metallic. I just wish you could see it better. Surely there's a way I can show you this green. Oh wait, is that it? There, well, yeah, it's right there, you can see it. Okay, good. So the purple, then the green. And it's a really obvious shift in person. It's just obviously very hard to see on camera because there's so many beautiful lights to make me bright and appear like I'm more awake than I am. Another thing that I really like about this palette is the way that you can create just some easily 1, 2, 3 done kind of monochromatic or even non-monochromatic looks. Just lets me know that $52 spent on this palette isn't gonna leave you wanting. This gives you those medium transition tones, it gives you those deeper dimensional tones, and it gives you the intense metallics so you can add shine to anything. But just sort of an example of what I'm talking about, you can take this shade, and this shade, and boom, that's a look, just in itself. Then another one right here, this shade, and this shade. Again, a perfect look. Ooh, I didn't realize that was duochrome. That one is really pretty. It's blue. So at this point, I think it's pretty obvious that I do absolutely love this palette. I 10 out of 10 do recommend. It's great quality and the price is right for it being an indie brand with amazing quality shadows. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today on this eyeshadow palette review. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do enjoy videos like this, like reviews, first impressions, unboxings, challenges, collaborations, pretty much anything beauty, feel free to subscribe if you want to. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that maybe YouTube will alert you each time I upload a new video. Based on what I've seen lately, even if you subscribe, you'll probably get unsubscribed automatically for no apparent reason. So good luck with that. But thanks in advance if you do, I appreciate it. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, then please at least gain this. And that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye.